What's going on, Guardians? We're back with another Destiny 2 video, and today's video we're going to be going to check and see what XUR is selling today. He's currently located at his normal place where he always is, over here at the tower, so we're going to go ahead and go over here and see what he has to offer. Alright, so yeah, so XUR is located right over here in the same place at the tower. This is where he's normally going to be
Enough.
spawning at now.
I bring a message
Um,
from the Nine.
so let's take a look at what he has here. Okay, so he's got the Cold Heart Catalyst. That's pretty good. It's not too bad. If you don't have it, go ahead and pick it up. Um, He also has the Colony Catalyst, which is really good. I know I got a buff this season, I do believe, where if you kill more ads, I think it creates more bombs, like little threadlings. So if you don't have that, definitely pick this up. Highly recommend. So let's move on to the armor pieces to see what he's selling. So for the hunters, he's selling the Orpheus rigs, 64 armor total stat, and it's not that bad actually. I mean, 20 mobility with a high stat of discipline with 15, that's actually not a bad roll. I may pick these up actually. These are actually really good, especially when it was the best like meta build for Onslaught. Whenever that was out, Tether was a pretty big deal. So these are really good. If you don't have any of these, I recommend picking these up for sure. Moving on to the Titan chest piece here, he's got the Heart of Inmost Light. 65 armor total stat, and it's not a really, it's a really good roll. 19 resilience and 15 strength. That's what you want really for a Titan, really, is resilience and strength, honestly. So this is also another pretty good roll for the Titan chest pieces. Huh. That's actually pretty good. Now moving on to the Warlock Gauntlets, we have the Sunbracers with a high stat of 17 strength. And I guess the resilience in the recovery is okay. The intellect too. I guess if you don't have a good roll, these are definitely pretty good to pick up. If you wanted to. So I'd say solid armor pieces for sure for the subclasses or the different characters. So let's move on to the weapons. So he's selling the Hawk Moon with Rangefinder. Ooh, Rangefinder and Corkscrew. That's actually not a bad roll. That's actually a pretty good roll. If you don't have a good Hawk Moon, definitely pick this up. If you don't have one, Hawk Moon is pretty good. It's really pretty broken in the game right now. So if you don't have a good Hawk Moon, highly recommend you to pick this up. Next is the Arbulus. This is good too because I think the Catalyst is good with it. Um, so if you don't have an Arbulus, this is a pretty good pickup with a Disruption Break. I'm sorry. Well, if I can't talk. Disruption Break. So this is a pretty good exotic for sure to use to take down shields and stuff. So if you don't have this, make sure you pick this up as well. Uh, Thirdly, we have the Risk Runner. The Risk Runner is a pretty good SMG. If you never collected it during, I forgot what expansion it was when it came out. If you never did the quest, I highly recommend you to come and pick this up here or buy it in the archive, but it's going to benefit you more just to buy it here because it's only strange coins. We have the Black Talon here, the exotic sword. I wouldn't recommend picking this up. It's not really all that good, but if you want it, it's here if you want it. Alright, moving on to the weapons. So 7th Seraph. Okay. 4 times the charm. Not really. Wouldn't really recommend picking that up. The Wolf Tone Draw. I'm not really too big into bows, but if you want a bow, here's a bow. Doesn't really have that good rolls though, but if you want one, they have one here. The Gnawing Hunger, not really good rolls at all. Um, Tarnished Meti, I don't know how to say that. I don't know. Uh, this is not a bad roll actually. Dragonfly with shoot to loot's pretty good. So like during damage phases, if you don't have a good shoot to loot weapon, um, you could definitely just buy this, throw this on, and if you're in the midst of like damaging a boss and you need ammo, go ahead and you could just shoot the ammo on the ground to give you your full ammo back. So this is pretty good if you don't have one. Pick this up for sure if you don't have a good weapon with that on there. The Code Rocket Launcher, not really good at all. Whatever this is, Pinch Glass. This isn't actually a bad roll. Rapid hit, multi-kill clip. It's not bad. It's pretty good. You can pick this up if you want to. I'm not going to myself, but you can if you want to. We have here the Quick Fang, the Hunter, legendary sword. Not really good rolls at all. I think you want is what is the roll? Do I have the roll on me? I do. Um, you want Relentless Strike and Whirlwind Blade. That's what you want. Um, so make sure to get rolls like that on there. Well, these are two different ones, aren't they? I just realized that. Okay, never mind. If you want that, you can, but it's not really worth it. Moving on to the Hunter. Um, armor pieces. We have the Hold Fast grips. Um, let me check and see how rare this armor set is. Let me see here. Um, yeah, so it's a common set. It's about 51% of players have this set. So if you want to pick it up, you can, but you don't have to. Um, stat wise is good, I guess. 18 mobility with a high stat of intellect. That's pretty good if you want that. The chest piece, it's okay with a high mobility, high stat, and an intellect, very high stat. If you're missing some intellect, you can go for that. The hunter cloak, obviously. Not a bad helmet really. 16 mobility, 16 resilience. That's not a bad helmet actually. That's pretty good. I may pick that up. And we have the boots here with 16 mobility with a high stats of discipline and intellect. Also not a very bad set. So I'd say I would pick up the helmet for sure. The helmet or maybe the gauntlets for sure. Alright, moving into the
Perhaps
warlock armor
this
sets
is
now.
why the monks
Let's take a
succeeded.
look and see what the warlocks. So we have these gauntlets that are looking really good actually. 14 mobility with a high stat discipline. These are really good if you don't have any good warlock gauntlets. Moving on to the chest piece, we have another good high stat with resilience and recovery is pretty good with 20 strength. So that's also a really good chest piece if you're missing anything. Moving on to the helmet. Wow, this is really good. 64. Obviously, you want better than 64, but like the resilience stat is really good. 25 resilience with discipline 15. That's actually a great helmet. I may pick this up with my warlock. And for the boots, yeah, 63 with recovery of 20 and discipline at 15. So this is good too if you need any of that recovery and discipline. Um, we also have this Eternity's Edge sword here with Thresh and counterattack, with Infinite Guard and Hungry Edge, Honed Edge, and Enduring Blade, with a Impact Mastery Work. This isn't bad. This is kind of good. This is pretty good. I mean, I wouldn't use it, but it's a good sword to pick up if you want one, for sure. So let's move on to the next class. All right, moving on to
The
the Titan
night
subclass
shall be
now. Let's see what
peaceful.
their armor looks like. So starting off with the gauntlets. Wow, these are actually pretty good gauntlets. 64 gauntlets, 25 resilience with 19 strength, high stat. This is really good for strength builds for Titans. Highly recommend pick this up if you don't have any. Moving on to the chest piece. This isn't really on the good side. It's 15 recovery with 20 strength. The 20 strength is good, but you kind of want that resilience. So if that resilience was a little bit higher, it would be pretty good. That's a 65 stat chest piece. Uh, moving on to the Titan helmet. Look at here. Look, they always give mobility to the class that doesn't need it. So we have a 66 helmet here with 25 mobility with a high stat of intellect. I would not recommend picking this up, really. It's just because it's mobility, and Titans don't need that. I prefer this be on the Hunters. Moving on to the boots. Not really a good solid stat here. 65 armor stat with let's see, resilience is at 12 and a high stat of 20 strength. So I wouldn't really pick these up. I'd say just to go ahead and pick up the boots here, really, and maybe that chest piece. But the gauntlets. I'm sorry. I would pick up the gauntlets for sure, and then maybe the chest piece if you want it. Moving on to the Titan Sword, the Crown Splitter. Nah, I'm not a fan of it. That Thresh, nah, I wouldn't get it. Um, so yeah, no, that's it. That's all the armor and stuff of what XUR is selling for this week. Um,
Yours is a lonely
make sure
existence.
you like the video, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think of this video. I hope it helped you guys out, and I'll catch you Guardians in the next video. Peace.